Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss exercise 5.4, that is your optional exercise, and this optional exercise is quite important from board point of view. These are some of the board questions. Let's see how we can do these questions. It is given which term of the AP this is its first negative term. That means we need to find out the term from where the negative term starts. So we can suppose let this AP ends at 0. So I'll find out at which term 0 exists, and wherever 0 exists the next term will be your negative term. So I'll find out where this 0 exists. So I am taking this 0 as my anth term. Whenever you want to find out first negative term, always take the last number as 0. So here A is given to you as 121, D is 117 minus 121, which is equal to 4, and your an is given to you as 0. So I will be applying my formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So here an is given to me as 0, a is 121 plus n minus 1, and d is your 4, minus 4. This is 117 this, so minus 4. Now I can bring this 121 this side, so this is minus 121 equal to n minus 1, and this minus 4 will come down. Minus and minus gone. So I can now calculate this as n minus, I can take this 1 this side. So n will be equal to 121 by 4 plus 1, which will give me 121 plus 4 by 4, which is 125 by 4. Now children, I told you, whenever you get n in fractional form, that means that value will never exist in the given AP. That means 0 will not be the term of this given AP. But then I can find out, let's suppose this 0 exists, then at what term it exists. So let's divide this. So it will be 4 3s are 12, 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and it gives me 31.25, which is not possible. That means 0 will not exist. But if 0 exists, then this will be the term 31.25. So your negative term will start from 32nd term. So I can say negative term first I can say first negative term starts from 32. Okay. Now let's see this question, children. A ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. These are the rungs where we put our feet is your rung. So these two, the distance in between these two is 25. The rungs decreases uniformly. That means it decreases when we move upward uniformly. Length from 45 centimeter at the bottom. At the bottom it is 45, and then we go up, it becomes 25. If the top and the bottom rungs are 2.5 meters apart, that means the first rung and the topmost rung is 2.5 meters apart from each other. Now children, see, this is centimeter, this is centimeter, these all are in centimeter, this is in meter. So I'll convert this into centimeters. So first of all I'll convert this into centimeters. So 2 2s are 4 plus 1 is 5 by 2. And if I want to convert meter into centimeter, I will be multiplying it with 100. So it will give me 250. So this is your 250 centimeter. These two rungs are 250 centimeters apart. Now what you need to calculate, what is the length of the wood required for the rungs. Length of the wood, that means you need to calculate the sum of the wood. But sum will be your formula. You know this is your first rung. This is your last term. That means this is your first term and this is your last term. Whenever you know, you are known to first and the last term, you can apply this formula A plus L. But what is n over here? For that n we need to calculate. that how many rungs are present in this ladder. So you know that this complete length is given 250 and the distance between each is 25. So how many rungs can come in between? So I can calculate my number of rungs. So number of rungs will be equal to, this total distance is 250, this is 250 and the distance between each rung is 25. So number of rung becomes 10. That means this is your n. That means number of steps are 10 over here. Now I got my n. Now I can put it here. So this is S10, which is equal to 10 by 2. Your first value is 45 and your last value is 25, which gives me 5 into, add these, this is 70, so 350. So here you are required 350 and the unit will be centimeter. Therefore length of the wood required is 350 centimeters. Let's see this question, children. Here it is given the houses of a row are numbered consecutively from 1 to 49. That means the houses are numbered from 1 to 49. Show that there is a value of x such that the sum of the number of the houses preceding the house numbered x. So let's say this is your number x which is present in between. Not in between, it is present somewhere. Now it is given such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house. This is your x, so the houses which are preceding to it is how many houses are there preceding this x. So here you know before x it will be x minus 1. So x minus 1 houses are there before x. Now it is given such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house, that means these are the houses which are preceding to x. The house numbered x is equal to the sum of the numbers of the houses following it. That means the number of houses present after x. So I need to calculate sum of all these numbers also, all these houses also. Now we need to calculate the value of x. So sum of preceding term will be equal to sum of these terms. But then how I can find out these number of terms? How? If I take complete 49 houses and then if I subtract up till here, then I'll be getting this one. So I'll be taking sum of 49 houses and I'll be subtracting sum of x from it. So I'll get the rest of the part. Here what is said in the question? Show that there is a value of x such that the sum of the numbers of the houses preceding the house numbered x. So this is the sum of the house preceding number x is equal to sum of the numbers of the houses following it. So these are the houses which are following x. So I need to calculate sum of this. So for this what I am doing, I am taking sum of all the houses and then I am subtracting this. So I will be left with this. So these two are equal. Now I'll simply apply my formula Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Everywhere, here, here and here also. So here n is x minus 1. So I'll be writing x minus 1 which is n by 2, 2a. What is your a? A is 1 plus n minus 1. What is your n? X minus 1. And this minus 1 is here. So I'll again write one more 1 into d. What is d? 2 minus 1 is 1 again. So this is the expenditure of and this is the expansion of x, sum of x minus 1 term. Here I can get it as 49 by 2, 2a is same, plus n is 49 minus 1 and here d is again 1 minus this means x by 2 2a is same for all the three, plus n which is x minus 1 and d is 1. I'll just simplify it now. So I can write it as x minus 1 by 2. This is 2 plus x minus 2 equals 49 by 2. 2 plus 48 minus x by 2. This will be 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1. So I can get it here, 2 and 2 gone. So I am getting it here x minus 1 by 2, and here I am getting x equal to 49 by 2. This is into 50 minus x by 2, and here it will be x. 2 minus 1 is this, so x plus 1. Now I can take half common out of these two. So I will be getting it as x minus 1 by 2 equals half I have taken out. So this is 49 into 50 minus x into x plus 1. Half and half gone from here. Now I'll open it and I'll find out the equation. So this will be x square minus x. Multiply these two. So this will be 0. 9 5s are 45. 4 5 4s are minus. Again open it, x square minus x. Now this x square, take this x square this side, so this will be 2x square, and this minus x and minus x gone. So I am getting it as 250. Now I'll simplify it further. So x square equal to 2450 by 2. So I am getting it as 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So here I am getting x square equal to 1225, and I can calculate the value of x. And 1225 is a perfect square number of 35. So your x is 35. Isn't that easy? Have a look.